Walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsches. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm torching. Had the fish on my teeth, I went fortunate. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it affordless. They load me in the bed like he 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no strings attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it for it. Man, it can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, it can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. I spent the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got kinda with you. All of these my body, I got pissed. Somebody keep checking my pose. Walking in the club with no warning, take care of the money. They swing on the water on me like the sunny. I shine when it's sunny, this platinum and rose. Gonna out the street when I go to DC, I'ma see the mall. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
Crazy different city with some different. I can switch my the same way that I change my clothes. Man, it's crazy. I'm blue envelope.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Past the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 45 yards. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Go Delta. 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Bridgewater. Caught by Nelson left side. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Bridgewater looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage.
And right away, he lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo. And able to find Garcon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They run it with McKinnon, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Over the middle to Garcon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Niner 1st down. Garoppolo to Garcon. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Here's McKinnon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Go ahead.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
11.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. steps away to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And they'll run it here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Bridgewater now on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Go Delta.
Bridgewater on first down. Right side complete to Butler. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
5 down.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
3 down.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there.
3 down.
from the gun, Bridgewater. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. First down, Bridgewater. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Go Delta. Ready.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
11.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Airing it deep for Garcon. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Go ahead. 11. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. 11. Hey.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He gets this one to Garcon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Gold is able to put it through. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Strong right. 11. 11.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
11. Go. 51 to Mike. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now. Say hot.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up in the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Eric Armstead in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Fire down. Delta. Kill.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Malcolm Smith in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Delta.
Bridgewater to throw it. That's caught by Butler over the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
12.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Go ahead. 11. 11. Say hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Garoppolo. And able to find Garcon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Go ahead.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, gun.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here we go. Watch 7.
Go Delta. Get wide now. Go Delta.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48.
And they'll go on the ground. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
11.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Robert Kindici getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
13.
Garoppolo now. Over the middle to Garcon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Hey, go ahead.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
Go Delta.
Check me out.
Go Delta.
Check 48.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
We got 3. We got 3. Check. Presto.
Go Delta.
Mike, 48. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Go Delta.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Go Delta.
48 to Mike.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You got him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Alert. 3 down. Hey, alert 48.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught. Nelson. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go Delta. Ready.
Watch 14.
Go Delta.
They've got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
Go Delta.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Garoppolo looking to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it doesn't have to be
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the 49ers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
be gang rapping that NYC. Like a paraclete, it's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over on my headstone. Head like getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been cradle to the grave, now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up with your dick up. Oh, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to make up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's dark, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdog will lick the swords. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead. It was written in the children's story. Your life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm, have it dogs. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the green.